Okay. Oh. All right, hold on. I need to pee. Let me close the door. All right. This is about to get long. The craziest thing is they took, okay, oh shit. They took my whole bed. My shit is not even there anymore. Like, they just forgot about me. They just took my whole shit. Anyway, all right, we're going to do like half and half. Half I'm in the freaking airport. Half I'm freaking doing my shit, freaking being stupid recording. But literally, that $72 plane ticket was the dumbest shit I've ever done in my fucking life. All right, first of all, I don't even know where I started. What did I even say? Let's just react to my own video. Okay, DaVinci, freaking open up. All right. Okay, literally at the start, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was like, let me buy like the cheapest plane ticket. And I live in Memphis. Like, I go to school in Memphis. So I'm just like flying over back home. Like, let's get the cheapest ticket. That shit was like $72 and it didn't even have a check bag. So I was like, okay, whatever. Let's see here. How much is it now? I think it was like $200 when I got there. Anyway, like, I was like $72. I was like, all right, that's fine. I'll just fly over. There's like a layover an hour and a half at Atlanta. I like land at like 1 a.m. and I go at like what? Friggin', I leave at 7 p.m., which is not that bad, like 4 hours, whatever. Okay, so where am I at the timeline? Okay, so I was like yapping. I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. It's probably the stupidest thing I ever done. And like, I probably said like, it's not going to go that bad. And it just went.
Dude, this looks like a fucking movie. Holy shit. Damn.
I bought like the cheapest ticket, so we're gonna see how it goes because like I don't know, I just need to go back home. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I record, I just blink. I don't know what I'm talking about, and every time I don't hit record, I just yap. So I don't know what my problem is, but I just gotta get over it. You know what I mean? I just gotta make something, like anything. And look at this. Look at my bathroom. What the hell is wrong with this shit? Like, what? Anyways, we're going on a $72 plane ticket. No, there is no freaking carry-on. I have my personal item. I hopefully, see, that's my shit. Wait. Hopefully they don't say anything because it's under the dimensions. And they're like, dog, it's not. I'm gonna bring out a measuring tape. I should bring that shit too. You know? Where am I going with this? All right, we're just gonna run it. That's all we're gonna do. I don't even know how to make a video. I was planning on this being short, but this is probably gonna be the longest video I ever made in my whole life. It might be a documentary on the $72 plane ticket. What, should I switch to my main camera? Look at this. Look at this motion blur. Look at this rolling shutter. That's fucking disgusting. Anyway. Alright. I'll probably be at the airport now. Right? That's on the jump cut. Like, I'm taking a bus. And I'm pretty sure the bus is free in Memphis. Oh yeah, I live in Memphis. I don't know if I should mention that, but let's just do it, bro. Wait, we're almost at 2 minutes. Okay, I don't have OCD. All right, let's just go. All right, you'll probably see him at the airport or at the bus. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna run. It went horrible. It just went completely bad. This is like a bad first video for like long form content. And then I was like almost late. I was almost late to the damn bus because I was just like, where should I drive an Uber there? But I'm like, then what's the point of $72 ticket, right? I could have just bought a more expensive ticket and had a check bag, but I was like, I don't even have a check bag, so I just went anyway. Yeah, so I almost missed the bus because my dumbass didn't look at Google, and it was like, I think it left at like maybe like 2 o'clock. No, 2:04, and I left at 2:02. So I ran to the bus stop, and I don't even know why I used Apple Maps. Because like Apple Maps, you shouldn't even use Apple Maps. Apple Maps is like the dumbest for transportation. Then I ran for no reason because no bus came, and then I looked at Google Maps, and Google Maps like had like a bus stop to go to, so I went there. And then I kind of waited for God knows how long. Okay, so I was at the bus stop. Alexa, what happened?
I can only explain recent voice requests, but I'm learning to explain more of my actions. You can check the Alexa app for more information.
What the fuck? All right, anyway, so I was at the bus stop for like maybe 10 minutes. A guy walked next to me crossing the street, and he had like barbecue in his hands, and he was African American, whatever, that's cool. And then and I was like yapping to him, and then he was like kind of murmuring, and I was like, yeah, cool. I just didn't want to get shot up because I don't know if he had a gun on him. Like, I'm scared walking around Memphis, right? Because I had my camera too. And then some other guy came, and they were like, I think they were homies because they were like started talking about like some grandma's barbecue. And then the bus came, and in Memphis, like the bus is free. Like that shit is free for like a period of time, like what, 90 days? Hold on, I'm at a bus. No, it's free. I could have sworn in the new... Okay, it was free because I didn't pay for anything. So I got on the bus thinking like, okay, this is cool. You know, it's free. You know, Memphis can't be that bad, right? I got on the shit. That shit was like the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Like, sometimes you got to think how grateful you should be in life. Because like, I was on the bus and it was so disgusting. I felt like Devdas. I'm like, where am I going? I'm going to like a third world country. Oh, this shit's not even on focus. Like, I'm going to a place where it's just shit everywhere. You know what I mean? Dude, why isn't it focusing? It's probably because I was... I don't even know what this is called. I don't even know how I have this at home. Anyway. Wait. Is this even going to focus? Anyway, so I'm like looking around in the bus. Like, I should have recorded the outside, but I didn't want people to see me recording. You know, so I was like, there was literally like, it was all slums. It was so tragic. I'm like, okay, half the people who go to the school aren't even aware of this. Like, Memphis is like 50% broken up and beat up. Like, nobody even knows that shit. So, okay, so how long? Okay, so I was on the bus for maybe like, total like an hour and a half. But I went on like a couple stops at least. So like the first stop, I think I got dropped off at Family Dollar because some dude like went up to the bus driver and was like, hey, can I go to Family Dollar real quick? And then the bus driver was probably like, no. And then some other dude like convinced the bus driver to drop them off at Family Dollar. And then my stop was kind of close to Family Dollar, so I went as well with them, you know? So I got dropped off at Family Dollar. And then, wait, I made a whole script. Like, yeah, somebody convinced the dude to drop us off at Family Dollar. So I'm like, okay, maybe they want to get a soda. I don't know. So I got off the stop, and then I proceeded to walk way past like another bus stop. I'm like, okay, that can't be right, because Google Maps told me to walk that way. And apparently that was my bus stop. So I was at some random stop looking at the bus all the way over there. I'm like, God, please wait for me. Like, so the bus left at the bus stop, and I was at that bus stop. So I was just waiting to see if the bus would pick me up. And I kind of hesitated a little bit, but the dude, I think he realized that I had no idea where I was. Like, I probably I was in the slums. I didn't know where the hell I was. I probably would have gotten robbed then and there. And then the bus, and he actually picked me up. I was like, thank God, like, because I would have been stuck there. Like, I saw people walking around the sidewalk, like, they kind of looked like they were tweaking. And then, like, the guy picked me up, and I was going to the airport. Oh yeah, and this family walked in, like, and they all had like Cheetos for some reason. They were all like eating Cheetos. There's like a mom and like the father and like 3 or 4 kids. Like, they're just spawning. Like, the 3 or 4 kids with like Cheetos. I think the baby who was like a year old had like Cheetos with him too. I'm just like, damn, society's kind of crazy. And they wanted McDonald's. So, and low key, that was kind of like me back in my day. Like, so life hasn't really changed much, you know what I'm saying? This do-rag is making me like slowly turn into like a Memphis, like, like in a Memphis gang or something. What am I even talking about? Yeah, so my second bus stop, I think it went to some Airbus portal where there like a bunch of buses like drop us off and stuff. But my bus didn't even drop me off at like that portal or whatever. So it just kept going. So I hit like the stop, and I got off that stop, and then like I walked like a couple, like a 0.2 miles to that bus stop, and like I looked around and there was like no buses there. There was like only 2, and I didn't even know where they were going. And I was like talking to other people, they didn't know where it was going either. So then I pulled up my phone, and like the bus stop, like another bus was like, the bus I was supposed to get on was 30 minutes late. So I'm just sitting there, I'm just looking at my phone. It's okay, here to the airport, how long is that going to take? 40 minutes. And the bus is late by 30 minutes. So if I walk now, like, I might make it before the bus makes it. So that's when I decided I'll just leave. I just realized there was no intro. It's just full gas. Who cares? So I just started walking, and literally, do not trust Google Maps. Google Maps will take you some random ass place. Like, I went on Google Maps and I just started walking, and it was all right. There was like a sidewalk for like 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden it just turned into like grass. Like, I was just walking on the main road at this point. Like, there was like, Google Maps took me like to the sidewalk, and then it took me to the side of the road, and then it took me to the airport for some reason. Yeah, so the bus got delayed. Is that 28? Nah, it's not. The bus got delayed by like half an hour, and it's a 40-minute walk, so I might as well just walk it out, you know? It is what it is, though. Hold on, I need to adjust this thing. There we go. All right. Don't fall on me. Why did they only fix this part? What? This might be the stupidest thing I've ever done. Well, I need to get there. So, and I'm going on the highway, so I think I'm at the right spot. Where am I going? What is happening? Where is Google Maps taking me? Reason. So literally on the edge of the road, I was like on the highway. I'm looking at Google Maps. I'm like, does Google Maps think I'm a dumbass? Because I am, like, because I followed that shit to the airport. I was literally next to the gates of the airport. I'm thinking, like, is this even legal? Is, like, the security team looking at me right now? Because, like, I didn't know what was going on. I saw, like, an EMT go by and, like cars go by, like, a police cars. I'm like, are they here for me? Like, but they passed me. I don't think they even care. So then I somehow made it to the airport, right? Wait, where am I on the script? The airport. Is it bright enough? There's the airport. Almost there. I made it to the airport. Oh yeah, and then I saw this random ass bus. Like at the next, it was just parked. Like, and I thought it was gonna lead to departures. So I went on that bus. I'm like, do you lead to departures? Nobody was in that bus except the driver. He was just on his phone. He was like, yeah, we do. And then he was like calling his homie. He was like, yeah, he's gonna be on last stop. I'll drop this guy off and go to lunch. I'm like, I was thinking like, dude, I came from nowhere. Like, you're that trusting? Like I literally walked on the highway to get to the airport, and then and he just dropped me off then and there. He scanned his badge, he opened the gate up, and then he dropped me off to departures, and the rest is history. Like, so I walked inside of the airport, and I asked like I asked like some security guard. I'm like, yeah, where are the departures? I don't know where to go. They're just like, that way. No, the first they asked, like, are you going to arrivals or departures? They're like, I'm leaving Memphis. He's like, yeah, go that way. So I went that way. And I finally made it to the airport, right? And, like, so I'm chill. I'm like, okay, great, whatever. That was probably the weirdest 1.5 hours I've ever, like, been on. Or I've ever experienced. Like, that was so weird. Like, y'all don't understand how crazy half of Memphis is. It's just all slums. Maybe the bus just went on stops where, like, they know that people would get on the bus because it's like slums. Because I feel like if they weren't on if they weren't on Mud Island, if there were bus stops, nobody would take that shit because everybody has their own cars. Okay, anyway, so I'm at the airport and wait, what? Oh yeah, okay, so I couldn't even find Frontier. That's the flight I'm on. Obviously it's Frontier. That's the cheapest one. Okay, so I find Frontier, and then all of a sudden, so when I was at Frontier, there was nobody at the front desk. So I was like, okay, whatever, right? It's like, okay. And then I checked the sign and it said, you can check in 2 hours before your flight. But I already had my boarding pass because I already did the pre-check-in stuff. So I didn't realize, like, my phone was my boarding pass. I thought you had to walk up to the front desk and they scan that and then they give me the boarding pass. No, they give you the boarding. Your boarding pass is on your phone. But anyway, I was waiting. All of a sudden, I got a freaking text message saying my flight got delayed by 3 hours. So I start freaking out.
There's no way. There's no way.
I'm like, I got here. Like, I'm pretty sure I got here 4 hours. I've got there 4 hours before the flight even started. Because I was scared I was going to miss it for some reason. It's so dead in Memphis anyway. I don't even know why I got there so early. So I got that notification that, like, the flight got delayed 4 hours. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to even do? Like, I went through, like, a whole freaking movie to get there. Right? So I was calling my family. Yeah, I'm probably not going to make it to Thanksgiving. My flight got delayed by 4 hours. My layover I'm going to miss my layover. I don't even know what I'm going to do. So I was just chilling there. I was just like on my laptop for a couple hours. And then when somebody from the front desk came, I like had a chat with them. They're like, yeah, it's delayed. So what we can do is we can't do shit. You have to talk to the Frontier in Atlanta. So I was like confused as hell. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, whatever. Somebody next to me is like, yeah, you can already check in if you want. So that's what I did. So I went through there. I went through TSA. Also, the guy at TSA was so mean. He was like, all right, guys, don't take anything out. Just leave everything in. And I was like, I was asking him, I had camera gear in there. And he's like, I don't care. Oh, I mean, everything went through, but I was just saying people at TSA, they're just mean. And then, like, I'm like inside the airport finally. I probably smelled like public transport, like whatever. It's not even like. Wait, where? Okay, I should have scripted. That's what I should. You know what? It's okay. Sometimes you just gotta hit record, and it could be like the worst video in your life, but who cares? Because it's only gonna go up from here. You know what I mean? Anyway, so like I'm at the airport, and I'm like looking around, like, oh wow, there's a lot of families. You know, they're chill. It's all relaxing. I feel like I'm like. I stick out a lot because I have like that weird ass walk that I have, like that autistic walk, like with my bag. I'm just like, so I don't know what I'm doing. Like I would have, like I tried so hard to like just freaking hold my camera like this, but I can't do that shit yet. Like not yet. But like I make it to my gate and there's nobody there. And there's no sign saying like the flight got delayed by 4 hours. I'm relying on my phone because that's what Frontier told me to do. So I'm just chilling there next to the gate, and some dude finally comes after a couple hours, and they were like, yeah, our flight got delayed because there was like maintenance issues on one plane, so they had like a backup plane, so they're using that plane for that a specific flight, so that flight is going to come here to Memphis, but it's just going to take forever. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just chill here, I'll try to do my homework. And even if I tried to do my homework, and none of it stuck. Like, people use Anki. I don't understand that shit, but I need to lock into Anki. Anyway, so I was there for, like, a couple hours. And then the attendant, flight attendant, or some dude, he was making an announcement saying we all got, like, meal vouchers because of how long our flight got delayed. And it was, like, $15. So I was like, shit. Yo, I can use this shit. So I went to Chick-fil-A, and I got a big-ass meal. That shit was like 17 something, but then it was like that 15, so I spent like almost $3, but then again I got like $18 worth of stuff. Oh, some nice dude was like trying to use his voucher, and then I can use my credit card, so I get maximized like price reduction. But I didn't understand that. He's like, oh, here, watch this. I was like, nah. I can use my credit card to get $15 off. And the guy was like, oh, okay. But I think he was trying to get his meal and use that $15. And he wasn't going to use that $15. So he can save some of my money by taking it down. And then when I use my credit card, it'll be free. You know, there's so many thoughts going in my head. Like, I feel like none of this is going to stick to anybody. They're just going to realize that I'm just fucking stupid. Anyway. So I got my meal. I was kind of happy. I'm like, okay, 4 hours, I get $15 from that. And plus it was a $72 ticket. So what? That price reduced to $57. Okay, so right now let's say the ticket was $57. But then I spent $3. Then I spent $3 on Chick-fil-A. So then it was probably like a $60 ticket. Right? Anyway, I ate my Chick-fil-A. I was kind of all right. I was like watching the yard. I was relaxing. I was eating food. And then the guy was like, "Okay, our plane is still delayed by 4 hours. So just hang tight." So that's all I did for like the past 4 hours. So I hang tight, and the freaking plane landed. Cool, whatever. I got on the plane, and then no. Okay, all right, I'm backtrack. Let me backtrack. So the dude was like, if anybody is going from Atlanta to Cleveland, come up to them. Because I know I was going to miss my layover, and they know I was going to miss the layover. So they sorted me out. They were like, the dude was like, it looks like Atlanta to Cleveland is oversold. And I'm thinking, what? How am I going to make it home? He said oversold. Like the next plane ticket was oversold after the actual one I was supposed to go on. He said it was oversold. So I didn't know what to do. I was just like, okay, what are the other options? He's like, the next option is like get a ticket tomorrow in the evening time. And they're like, oh, Frontier unfortunately is not going to compensate for a hotel and food, and because we're like 1 hour short of the delay in order to get credited for all that stuff. I'm like, okay, okay, that is fantastic, great. What the hell, Frontier? But some time passed. I think he called some higher ups. He was calling Frontier, and the flight attendant actually sorted us out. Like W Frontier, he helped us out, and he managed to get me a ticket that was it was like a 7-hour layover, but I just wanted to get home. So the layover was at like 8 a.m. So the flight would have been at 7 p.m. The original flight got delayed to 11 p.m. and then I landed at 1:30. So I hopped on the plane. I was like, whatever. Nobody, like, I don't think anybody, it wasn't even full. Maybe 40 people showed up because the shit got delayed. So I think people just got canceled and refunded their tickets. But I was one of the dumbasses that actually went because I'm like, what am I going to do? I went on a bus all the way here. I went through a journey. All right. It was like a video game. So I might as well just stick around. So I went on the flight, and they let us like space out after like we all sat in our like assigned seats because they're like, there's nobody on this flight. So I got like a window seat, and I was just like chilling next to the window, and I got like a really nice recording of the plane ride. It's probably like 16 minutes long. Here it is. Like you can watch it, but maybe skip 16 minutes. I'm just gonna leave the whole thing if you guys need like a meditate or something. All right. It's probably gonna happen right now.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff. Flight attendants confirmed landing.
behalf of Frontier Airlines and your flight crew, welcome to Atlanta. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we are parked at the gate and the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off. Cell phones may well be...
All right, we're back. Y'all probably just skipped through that because you're like, I can't handle this boredom. Like, what is this? Okay, anyway, so we land. Oh, my script is over. Oh, also, like, before I went through TSA, the flight attendant said to use my phone to see if I can change the layover. And I'm like, I'm using my phone, and it didn't even give me the option. So, like, the original flight attendant the first time around, they didn't have no clue what they're doing. But when I crossed through TSA, the flight attendant at the gate was actually really helpful. Anyway, I was saying, so when we land, I'm at Atlanta. I know my ticket. I know I have a 7-hour layover. I don't know what the hell to do. The Atlanta airport is so freaking big. It is so huge. I didn't even know where my gate was because on my phone it said NA, which I'm pretty sure means non-applicable. And there was no gate that said NA or N. So, but when I was reading through the TVs, it said like gate 7. So that's where I went. So I was like chilling there for maybe like 3-4 hours. I don't know what the hell to do. I was so tired. I was like, why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself? Like, I bought another Frontier ticket in December. And, oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, by the way. But I bought another Frontier ticket in December. So I wonder how that's going to go. Because it's like the same shit. I'm going to Atlanta and then I'm going to Cleveland. So hopefully it's better than this one. So I was just like chilling there for like maybe 5-6 hours. And it took forever. I tried to figure out like a way to sleep. Because the chairs, like the freaking handles, it was like made out of iron. Like think of this, but made out of iron side by side. So I couldn't lay down. So I tried to like put my book bag to like one other seat and like sleep like this. And I managed to sleep like almost 2 hours. It's crazy. Anyway, I was chilling, and then our flight finally came, and then I got on the plane ride, and it took maybe like. It took so long to take off. Like I was just like texting the person who was picking me up, like, yeah, it's confirmed. I don't know, I'm on the plane. And then that shit took 30 more minutes. And then I finally land, and they were like waiting for me for like half an hour. I kind of felt bad, but I was like, it's whatever. I'm finally home. That shit took way too long. And then I finally made it home. That was probably the most boring as video. This is just like my first attempt. It will probably be better. But literally that whole experience, like, would I do it again? Probably not. But it was interesting, you know. It was an interesting experience, and that's my plane story. So moral of the story, Memphis is pretty much the slums. Frontier is Frontier. Like, you still have to pay for the snacks and shit. Oh yeah, Frontier, afterwards, they gave me a voucher for $50. Because of like all the shit I went through. So honestly, that's a pretty good deal. Like I got $15 worth of food and a $50 voucher. So that's pretty much like $65 saved. So maybe then I did spend $3, like $2.60 at Chick-fil-A. So maybe the ticket was like $9.60 total if you think about it. So I mean, free is free. Shit, they gave me credit. I can get another ticket. But then I might have the same ass experience. But then again, I'll get more credit. You know what I mean? So that's my story. And my mom is about to open the door. All right, peace out, y'all. Okay, I don't know how this video went, but hopefully. See, I don't know how to talk. Like, my sentences make no sense. So whenever I speak or say anything, it just doesn't make any sense. So hopefully that was comprehensive. Wait, what are my friends saying? Oh, I don't know why I'm wearing this. I just found this. I should be wearing this in Memphis. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything? Hold on, let's see here. Yeah, that's me just walking on the main road. Yeah, it's a plane ticket, plane ride. Oh yeah, and then I finally got to see Shibu again. I haven't seen Shibu, our family dog, in a couple months. So I mean, his reaction was kind of, I think he didn't know what to do because Shibu's a little stupid. So he's just running around because he doesn't know how to handle his energy. I mean, here's the video. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the video can only go up from here because this shit made no sense. So, and I somehow got up to 28 minutes. Anyway, peace out. More videos to come, and it'll be much better than this. All right, I'm sorry. All right, bye. And the second ticket that we got, Atlanta to Cleveland, they asked like if there's so much going. If there was an emergency, will I help them? Because I was next to the exit door. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then when I got there, the flight attendant asked like, are you gonna help in case of an emergency? Because I was next to the exit. And like all the people on the road were tired, so I was like, just wake us up. That's what I said. And people were laughing. I'm like, dog, I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. Just wake us up.